Okay, this was our first page that we did, and you guys had to doodle all of the things that makes you think of a barbecue or a picnic. Anything random, pictures, it can be anything. And then I wanted you guys to come up with 2 or 3 or 4, even 6 original ideas. You have to give each one a cool name. Come up with cool names. In the other class, some students came up with Stump Q and lots of cool names for it. I want a name for everyone. I called this Boredom World because it's quite boring. That one is a day at the races because I looked at the horseshoe. This one is Let the River Flow, and that one is Weber Inspired. Now, for each one of these, or for at least 2 of them, we need to do the following. You need to start. I've chosen to develop this Boredom World first, so I've drawn it there, and I have made a few points for me to look at. So I'm going to look at the framing, I'm going to look at the materials, the size, and the color. So the framing will be mainly function, the materials will be aesthetics and function, the size will be function, and the color will be mainly aesthetics. So I know I'm going to cover both my aesthetics and my function in looking at this barbecue. So I looked at the framing first. I looked at 40 by 40 box steel or square tubing, and I thought, oh, maybe it will be welded together. It will be galvanized mild steel. And here I've made design decisions by ticking or crossing it. I've put ticks on the good stuff and crosses on the bad. So it's heat resistant. It stays, the shape is really true. It might rust if the galvanizing is not done very good, and it might be expensive. And then I looked at wood framing. It's cheap, it's light. It may, if you make 10 of these, not every bit might be the same. Some bits of wood warp. It goes into it bends. So maybe it might not be good. And I thought of a nail plate. I'll show you guys a nail plate. It's just a piece of metal with heaps of little nails to connect it together. Then, out of a manufacturing point of view, I think the square tubing will be much easier to manufacture. It doesn't take that much labor, and whereas the wood will take a little bit more. Then I looked at materials. The top, I divided it into the top, the sides, and the barbecue cooktop, and I decided to put an inlay there. See, I made a question mark there. I didn't know what I want to do with that side. So here I've put a wooden inlay. I have put my barbecue there. So I decided to use stainless steel for the top because stainless steel is quite clean, and it's rust proof as well. The sides aluminium, painted or polished, but aluminium, the downside of aluminium, it's such a soft metal that you can get scratches on quite easily. Those of you who worked with aluminium before will know that. Then you can paint it, maybe you get it painted, and then here I've done an orthographic where I've showed the size. 1.8 or 1800 by 600, 950i, and my bench thickness is 50. One other thing that I changed, over here I don't have an overhang, so I've put an overhang there to increase my work area. The only thing I need to do to this page now is to render it and render a red and get a blue and see what will work the best there. Remember, you have to incorporate your rendering skills that you picked up through the rendering as well. A light source, shadow, reflection, surface properties of the material. So for 2 to 3 of your designs, I want a page like this. You're not supposed to be still on the first page. If you're still on the first page, you're a tiny bit behind.